Hello and welcome back. It's my second attempt at recording this video because I recorded it yesterday and I somehow managed to not click the start record button, so I spent an hour playing through it and it's all gone. It was never recording in the first place, so I've completely lost all of it, which does mean that I have a rough idea of how this is all going to play out. There are a couple of RNG elements which I'm not completely sure about, one of which could be really important, but we'll see how it goes. So we have Tamika here, who's just taken out the Harpies and is now going to start heading to the south. We've got Gerd, who's going to pass over the Skeleton Warriors there, and we've got Shakti, who is going to pass over the Dread Knights. Dread Knights are Tamika's specialty, so that makes plenty of sense. So we're going to take the Peasants, we're going to pass over the Knights, and we're going to start heading back to somewhere where we can potentially transport a few units at the start of next week. Moendor is there, Gerd's already moved for the turn, so I think Tamika is going to be best off just heading in this direction pretty much. Should still be able to reach her with Gerd, so that's all fine. Head down to there. Aislinn. So there is something quite important to actually point out about Aislinn and pretty much just the situation on the ground in general. So if you take a look at this, you will see that Sandro is now Purple's strongest hero, and his strongest creature is a demon. And we can see Sandro right here, right next to Galthran. Very weak hero. So, as well as Pink being on a timer, I think that the Purple player is pretty much out of the game. Unless they restock next week. Which they probably will, but I think Aislinn can potentially go and take them out, because if Aislinn follows this path to the southwest, goes into the monolith and goes underground to here, we can then go north through this gateway, and then there's actually quite a distance to the Purple Town, but we should get there eventually, and as we've already seen, they don't really have too much to actually defend with, so that should be fine. But there is a big RNG thing coming up, and I'm not really sure how it's going to play out, so we'll have a look. So you might also notice that that hero there pauses slightly before moving, and I'm not completely sure why, but ordinarily my assumption there is that they're using Fly, and you'll also notice that the orange hero there just took the Dragon Utopia, which is quite concerning. And yeah, okay, so the RNG element that I mentioned was that last time I played this I had the Month of the Plague, so no castles anywhere on the map produced any units, and anything that was left over was obviously cut in half. Any populations left over were cut in half, so that really completely changed the dynamic. And now we've just got gremlins everywhere, which potentially could be a good thing, because it could mean lots of new skeletons. Quite a few easy targets here. But I'm not too sure how to feel about it, because it does now mean that Purple can, among other things, pick up a couple of Archangels and other such nasty things, which is not ideal. But yeah, let's actually pick up a couple of Archangels. So we're going to need 600 more gold, which should be pretty easy. Just going to trade away most of this stuff. Get another one. And I think we're going to be fine just to leave one behind. So we'll do it like that, and we will go take on the gremlins. Hopefully they won't get any kills. It kind of depends if they spawn with Master Gremlins or not. I can actually split the Archangels just to make this slightly easier. So yeah, we'll chase them down. No losses, that's good. And I didn't see how many we got there, but I think we got a decent number. 18 skeletons. That's not so bad, considering it's all free and all that. And we're gonna move in this direction. Pick up this on our way back. Or not really on our way back, we're not going back anywhere, we're going to attack the Purple player. And hopefully our 2 extra Archangels will make it slightly more doable, but it is going to change the dynamic a little bit. It's not ideal. Britannia. So there is a hero skulking around here, Straker. But Straker's looking pretty weak to me, and I don't think we have to worry too much. I think last time I played this, I did recruit a few units here, I still had about 20 swordsmen left after the plague hit, so I got those in. Which made sense at the time because I had lots of leftover money and no other units to recruit, but this time round I'm probably just going to leave it. I think we'll be fine without them, so that should be no trouble really. Shakti, Moendor. So Moendor can pass the dragon along. There was the teal hero somewhere, but that appears to have gone back underground. So Tamika here should pick up the stuff from Gerd at least. We'll go drop those off, and we'll move back just to pick up the Mystical Garden. Shakti is going to stay put there, I think, maybe edge slightly closer. I think that should be fine. And then Moendor we're going to keep there for the moment. Galthran, didn't actually see where that guy went. Sandro, that's his name. I guess he went to the north, and that's fine. The problem is he can... Oh wow, okay, so one RNG thing has happened. We've got Charna available. And she comes with a hell of a lot of artifacts. Really good skills too. So that's actually pretty awesome. Potentially means I don't actually need to use Tamika for so much after all. I can actually kind of abandon her now in favour of Charna, which is quite tempting. She will be there for the rest of the week, so we don't need to buy her this turn. I think it does make sense just to drop Tamika. In the previous in the previous attempt at recording this part, I did stick with Tamika, but I think we can kind of just abandon her. Her skills aren't really that good. She does have decent secondary skills, well, 2 decent secondary skills, I guess. But her primary skills are mediocre, and I think we can probably go without. Maybe we can take on the Wolf Riders just for the sake of it, because I think with Charna we're going to want to send her to the west, pick up the Library of Enlightenment, and then head down to here to go to the 2 Trees of Knowledge, which could be slightly expensive, but it's going to be worth it. And then Galthran here we're going to send... Just going to double check it's this teleporter, which yes it is. We're going to go through that teleporter instead. We're going to leave Aislinn to handle the purple player. I'm hoping she'll still be strong enough, even if they do recruit a few new units. And we're going to try and catch out their main hero, which is not Ingham, it's this Sorsha right here. And she's not too strong really. I think that should be pretty manageable. Especially since we haven't actually fought the orange player yet, so you might expect her to have slightly more than that. But first we have to fight a throng of stone golems, which I guess we'll put a little bit of fodder there, but we might not really need it. Put these in the middle because they're our main power stack. Something like that, and we'll just take them on. We're going to try and run away, but it's worth doing just for the experience and for the skeletons, and we really shouldn't need to lose the Bone Dragon, or in fact, anything at all. We're going to move at least 6 spaces away from this, so I think that would be here. These guys we're just going to skip the turns with, I think. You're not going to be able to get a full-powered shot off either way. Stone Golems, being non-living units, can't get morale, so we don't need to worry about that. You'll just fodder, as they are actually going to move slightly towards the Vampire Lords there. Okay, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait with everything, see what he does. Goes down towards the skeletons. I think we should do it. Even though it really hurts, I think it's worth doing. Because we can just reanimate them, and that should be fine. We do need to be a little bit careful with the Vampire Lords, just because their life drain ability won't work on the Stone Golems. So we don't want to do that. These guys can all hang back. You're going to fly away. You guys wait. You guys wait. Shoot. And then... It's kind of annoying actually, I should have rearranged them slightly so that these skeleton warriors go after these skeleton warriors. That would have made a lot more sense. It's a bit wasteful, but I think we should just use it now. These guys can defend. These guys can defend. They're going to go for a last shot, and we just lost the one skeleton, and that's completely fine. Slight waste of spell points there, but 72 skeletons obviously makes up for it pretty nicely. Also picked up the Breastplate of Brimstone, which is a direct improvement on the ribcage, so let's equip that and start making a move towards the orange hero, who I don't think will attack us, and now has a few gremlins to contend with as well. But I think we will be able to chase her down, if memory serves. And I am just going to move slightly towards these things, just so we can potentially clear them out without needing to bother sending Chana in this direction. And that is about it for the turn, so let's see what they do. Green player is going to come back into the picture here at some point. You can see that pause there is, looks like they went for Town Portal. So they got Town Portal. I think they might also have Dimension Door. Wow. Did not expect that to happen. That didn't happen last time. I'm not really sure how the AI makes its decisions sometimes, but you can see those losses are really horrible. Have to make sure that doesn't happen, as you go straight in for the Liches. Completely takes them out. And you can see her stats are a hell of a lot better than ours, at least when it comes to combat, but we do have, by far, the advantage when it comes to magic. I don't think there's much point reanimating the Liches just yet, because they're kind of blocked in anyway. Possibly the Ghost Dragon, not the Ghost Dragon, Bone Dragon, might make some sense. I might actually wait till the end of the turn. These guys, of course, don't have to worry about retaliation, so we'll go for a nice big hit on the Archangels just to weaken them slightly. As I realise now, I forgot to rearrange the Skeleton Warriors once again, so it's going to be a little bit harder to draw out the retaliation, although I think it should be fine because the Archangels have already gone, so I don't think that's going to matter too much. These guys are a relatively weak stack, so we're going to focus them on the Griffins, which are also relatively weak. They should win the fight at least, and nice double damage there too. You guys are going to wait, which I think shouldn't affect things too much, as these guys can come and absorb the retaliation. Allows these guys to get off a nice, powerful shot. And we'll do the same with these. Their Black Knights come forward, don't do too much damage, but as you can see, the damage they're doing to us is being spread out over quite a few different stacks, which is not ideal. It means we have to keep using Animate Dead, and probably can't actually get out of this without a few losses, to be honest. But we'll do what we can. Okay, 9 champions versus 2 Archangels. I think we will go for the champions. I think they are slightly more threatening now. You guys... just gonna finish these off. Didn't quite do it, but that's fine. And now I think we should get the kill on these. Yeah, okay, so that's all good. You guys are not going to take out 8 champions, but 6 Wyverns should be reasonably doable. Ouch. So as you can see, they do an absolute ton of damage, absolutely tearing through the skeletons there. However, if they're going to keep ganging up on the same stack, that's actually pretty much completely fine. We can just bring them back. 135 back straight away. Now these guys can go forward. Take these guys out of the fight. They are technically still in the fight, but as you can see, they're doing no damage at all and pretty much allowing us to just get all our vampires back. You guys are going to go take out the Wyverns. And you guys... still our strongest stack, so still our best bet, just to do some damage to the champions. Hopefully she won't run yet. One Wyvern versus 1 champion, it's got to be the champion. She might run. Yeah, okay. That sucks. I mean, it's okay, but it's quite a big loss. Okay, so purple's running back to base. Things are playing out slightly differently to how they did last time, which is interesting. I don't think it should be too much of an issue. So what I will do is I'll go in here and I'll recruit the Archangel. I think we can hold back on Charna for a little while. Let's get some Zealots instead. In fact, let's get all the Zealots. How much do we need? Okay, so we need 900. Should be enough, I think. Yep. So we're going to grab all these, we're going to pass them over to Aislinn. And that should give her enough to deal with purple, even if purple does fully restock, which you would think they would. As actually looking at this now, we should probably equip a few of these things. So Summon Boat is obviously completely pointless. We don't appear to have slow. No, we do have slow. Yeah, of course we do. Okay. So we don't need that at all. The rest of these things are all pretty crappy. Okay, so that wasn't too much, but makes us slightly better, I guess. I'm going to ignore that. Slightly out of our way. What I will do though is I will go for the crystal mine, because we don't have too much in the way of crystal production, and the stuff does tend to be pretty helpful. We have needed it a few times so far. Galthran should have a pretty free run now, and if we go to the south here, we should find a Necropolis town, ripe for the taking. Now I'm pretty sure that was owned by the orange player last time I came here, which is quite bad, because the orange player would have built the fort, and now we need to do it ourselves, which is going to be an extra 20 wood and ore, along with 5,000 gold. Not ideal. But that's fine. It's still really useful to have a second Necropolis town, just in case. And we can also potentially go for the Horde of Thunderbirds. Open up a second Dragon Vault, or open up an external Dragon Vault, I should say, which then gives us an extra +1 Bone Dragon production every week in our main town, along with this one, if we do build that up. Which I think we most likely will. Spread these guys out a bit, and let's just go for this. Don't think we should need to lose anything. Okay. So what I really want to do is I want them just to fight the Vampire Lords. Vampire Lords can completely handle them on their own. But it might be more or less impossible to make that a thing. I'm going to attack these. Now I think I should be able to bring them all straight back. Yup. Not sure if this gets the kill. I would think it does. No, it doesn't. Okay, so lost a few there. These guys have already retaliated, right? Yep. Okay. You guys defend, defend, defend. Okay. Gonna need to animate dead one more time, but that's fine. Get all those back. Weaken these. Getting really lucky with these today. But yeah, that's the fight over. No losses, lots of experience. Expert Earth Magic is always nice, and we should actually go there just to pick up the Dragon Vault. There is a Dragon Utopia there, but I was expecting green to come for an attack on the Conflux town. Doesn't appear to be happening so far. Tamika should actually potentially wait for Charna, just because it's not necessarily the easiest fight, and Charna would handle it fine. Yeah. It's also partly because I can't really be bothered. I shouldn't take too many losses from it, but it's just a bit of a boring fight. If we're actually training her up, it might be a bit more interesting, but we're not, so I'm gonna pretty much skip over that. You're gonna pick up these, and you're gonna go prepare yourself. Gather a few more mummies once we can afford them, just in case we do keep using those, which I kind of like the idea of keeping using those, just because they are slightly different to the way you'd normally play, and as you can see, This area here is absolutely ripe for the taking. If we can just sweep all this up, we'll get so many skeletons. Especially with Charna. So I think we definitely have to do that. And we spent all our money, so I think we're good just to end the turn. See if green does come for an attack. Which he probably won't, because I'm pretty sure it was this hero that did it. And this hero is clearly not in the right area, and used Town Portal, which I don't think happened last time. So I don't think the orange hero there is going to be too relevant. Okay, let's use Aislinn now. Let's pick up some... I think defense is going to be more useful. There's not too much in it, of course. And we'll follow the path. Hopefully take out the purple player, possibly next turn, but they will have fully stocked up, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, back up to Archangels. They are stronger than Aislinn as well, which is also a problem. But you can see that the pink player has not stocked up, which suggests a complete lack of towns to use. So another thing I can do is I can actually recruit Charna here, potentially. But I don't think that makes sense, because it pretty much just nullifies her for the next 2 or 3 weeks of in-game time. At least here she can actually kind of get moving with things. So we'll get her here, we'll upgrade the skeletons, pick up some Vampire Lords, some Bone Dragons, and that's all we can afford for now. But we should have a few peasants to pass over. And I'm going to turn all of those into skeletons. I'm going to upgrade them if we can. I think we need like 10 more gold, so that's easy enough to do. And of course what we can do is we can mix her army up with Tamika's and start actually using her a bit, although it'd be more useful to go west. Nothing's going to change that fact. It's definitely more useful to go west here. With those stats, that's a complete no-brainer. Yeah, I think that's fine. So what I will actually do is I'll pass everything that's relatively slow over to Moendor. I don't think we need to carry the Ring of Infinite Gems, so we'll pass that over too. And I think we'll hang on to the other things. Those are all pretty decent. So she should be fairly speedy next turn, and she should be able to pick that stuff up. I don't think I'll bother going north to this stuff. I think that's just a bit too much of a detour. Galthran. This is going to play out slightly differently to how I expected. I thought I'd have to go back and take on the green player, but I might actually now be able to chase down the orange player. That shouldn't happen. Okay, so I can slow them, I think. Yeah, I've got expert slow now, not that it matters in one stack. You guys have got 450 health in total. Okay, one skeleton back from that, sadly not a bone dragon. Is it worth going up here? Is it worth taking on the Dragon Utopia? I suppose we should. Okay, so I think, as you can see, the Dragon Utopia there has not been visited, so we can go for that easily enough, but I think the orange base is most likely going to be to the south here, because this clearly leads to our lands. We know that's not where purple comes from. So most likely if we go south here, with not purple, orange even. If we go south here, hopefully we'll find a teleporter or something, and that'll take us to orange's main base. There is still that chance that the green player is going to come and attack us. I wouldn't rule that out. But I think we're mostly fine here. We're actually slightly low on wood, just for the sake of getting that fort. So we will go for the sawmill. We'll pick up some stuff from the Mystical Gardens. I don't think anyone can attack us in the space of one turn, especially knowing that the purple player is fairly weakened. And he's the only one coming from the north. So that should be no problem. Let's just end the turn, see what they do. The main heroes have moved as, yeah, the green player is coming to the Conflux Town. Not with the hero that I expected, though. Orange player is not going to attack us, which I didn't think they would. Not really strong enough to do that, and that's kind of annoying. Because this was an easy fight for me last time, and now it's going to be actually quite tough. 425 skeletons lost to this. I'm sure that doesn't need to happen. That sucks. See, I thought that 2 Archangels is enough to resurrect another Archangel, but maybe not. Not really sure how that works in that case. Okay, so what we can do is we can Meteor Shower, which is still pretty powerful in this hero. Could also shield or slow. They've actually not got too much ranged firepower, so could just gang up on their Archangels. Unfortunately, our skeletons are quite far from their Archangels, so I can't really attack them this turn, unless I haste. But I don't think that's worth it. You guys can't actually get across anyway. It's tempting to slow. Makes them that a little bit easier to deal with. You can't really go too far wrong with it either. Just gonna wait with these, wait with these. You guys gonna wait too. Bring these guys down slightly. Still take out a few. Just move these slightly out of the way. Okay. So we're only going to do 90 damage to those, so that's not going to be worth it. Could Meteor Shower at least 2 of these stacks. Let's get rid of these at least. Okay, next round begins. So Meteor Shower, yeah, we can only take 2 at a time. Might still be worth doing though. These 2 are obviously the most dangerous of the bunch. These guys are 5 speed, you guys are 4 speed, that's actually pretty bad. Skeleton's gonna take a nasty hit there. Unless I intervene with my Archangels. Yeah, should have actually stayed a little bit further back with the skeletons. Still think this is worth doing though. Okay, they're coming for us now. Can shoot them, but I think we'll shoot someone who's not moved yet, which is best gonna be these guys. Gonna take out an Archangel. You guys gonna wait? I think they should come slightly closer. No, okay. I guess the champions had already moved, but I wasn't paying too much attention to that. Okay, so we're gonna have to waste another turn of skeletons here, but fine, whatever. But you guys can't do too much resurrecting now. What I can do, I can go here, hit these, and then how much health do you have? 57. These guys have about the same, and I think champions are the big threat, so we'll take them out. You guys are down to 203 health, which is still a little bit too much for me to be comfortable. Should be able to hit them with the skeletons though, and you guys... We've got to take on the halberdiers at some point. You guys got 223 health, you guys got 63. I think you're the best bet to go for the halberdiers. You guys have already moved, you're already going to get hit by them, so might as well try and reduce the damage there a bit as... Jeez. Okay. That's tough. think that was worth it, just so we can get a little bit closer to the halberdiers, hit them before they can hit us. Nothing else they have is too dangerous, this isn't going to do too much. Still got our ranged units alive, sadly can't resurrect anyone. Not the best fight, but we should definitely win it. Lack of resurrection is unfortunate. Okay, so these are 3 speed, and 3 speed. So I think I can take him out here before he can run, which is a small piece of good news at least. Magic carry these. Shoot these, and then hit these. Okay, Edric's gone at least, that's some good news, but 4 Archangels is a nasty loss. Necklace of Ocean Guidance, completely pointless. Ring of Vitality is pretty nice though. As the teal player has emerged from the underground, but still can't actually do anything there. Can't get across. And it's actually Mephala, the strongest hero of the teal player, who is not that scary. I think that should be completely fine to deal with. So let's actually send Aislinn to hopefully now finish off the purple player. I'm not sure if we can reach them this turn. We can. Okay, so there's still a little bit here to kill. We've only got 32 spell points. Could be slightly rough. Okay, he's gone at least. So what have we got? Check the bag. Collar of Conjuring's probably worth using. Destroy Undead is not. Not really great, to be honest. It's better than the Ocean Guidance Necklace anyway, which is completely pointless to have on this map. Ring of Vitality is always nice, particularly actually with the skeletons. It's going to make them quite a bit tougher to take down. Ideally I'd have a few more spell points. There aren't any wells nearby that I can lean on. So I think I just have to go for the attack. Ah, it's Sir Mullick. Forgot about Sir Mullick coming back, causing more problems. Okay, so we should win, but obviously don't want to lose the entire army in the process. Okay. No chain lightning. Meteor shower we can use twice. Death ripple might actually be a slightly better option. Although it won't kill the skeletons, obviously. It won't do enough damage to kill the marksman unless we use it twice. So what I might do is I might try and force them out by taking out the skeletons and the marksman now. And then Death Ripple afterwards. Okay, so they're coming out, so that's good. These guys are just fodder. Just defend, wait for them to get taken out, hopefully. You guys go forward, you can take the hit. So I was hoping they'd gang up on the Zealots a little bit, because I'll friendly fire if I Death Ripple right now. I hate demons. They're going to be fairly bulky too. Okay. Don't have to use it just yet. I'm gonna see if moving forward makes a difference. Probably not, but if I can get them to target the 1 stacks, that'd be ideal. Let's go for... I think go Meteor Shower into Death Ripple. I don't think that's actually going to be too useful though. A bit too expensive, I think. 80 points of damage with Magic Arrow. certainly take out the Gogs. So if we Meteor Shower, then we can Magic Arrow twice. Problem is, I don't think that's going to be enough. So I might have to just keep using Magic Arrow. Like Death Ripple. Depends if I want to kill my Zealots, I guess. It's not an easy choice. These guys have got a total of 180 health to get through. I think I will actually do it. Just want to get rid of these. Force them out. Okay, so now we can Magic Arrow these, which I think will kill them, just to make absolutely sure. 80 points of damage, yeah, I'm pretty sure that will kill them. You weaken these a little bit. They come for the attack, and that should be the end of the fight, so... Not too terrible losses, but not great either. We won't get those skeletons back, only get 24 back. But still, that should be the purple player pretty much out of the game. We'll see what else pops up in the tavern, not too much for now. Okay, so what Aislinn is likely going to do now is just wait out the rest of the week in this town. And just force them to try and take it back with their final hero. I think they do have one more hero. Yeah, they got Isra, who's pretty weak. Not sure where he is, though. So we've lost all our Archangels, so we're now looking pretty weak too. Just got the Angel somewhere. I don't remember even... I think it's Alagar who has the Angels. Yeah, Alagar has Angels. Could potentially upgrade them if we waste tons of money, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we will go for the fort here if we can just kill one more turn. Tavern's going to be quite useful. Because... So the thing is, I can send a hero out after Galthran just for the sake of picking up some of these units and not taking them to the fight in the Dragon Utopia. On the other hand, I'd like to hit the Dragon Utopia this turn. The problem is it will result in lots of losses, I think. This should be a fine fight. I'm gonna have to fight it out, but that's not really a problem. Just use slow. And wait for them to come to us. The Vampire Lords can handle the rest on their own, unless you need to do anything else. Life Drain, as usual, making things nice and easy. And I'm pretty sure even 42 Vampire Lords would be enough to take on Dragon Utopia, with our stats being as high as they are. They're still all alive. Okay, perfect. Worth doing just for the skeletons and the XP, and this is going to result in losses, I think, but I might be able to fend some of them off with Animate Dead. Not actually too bad. Certainly worth it in any case. Surprised they attacked the Dread Knight there. But yeah, if they could all gang up in one stack, that would be ideal. As you can see how quickly the green dragons go down, pretty much that whole stack just got completely annihilated. The red dragons are clearly the strongest of the bunch. Weaken those slightly. If you guys could finish them off, that'd be fine, but since you can't, I don't think you'll do it. Should get the kill on the Black Dragon. Very unlucky if we don't. Yeah. You guys gonna wait. You guys gonna wait. You're gonna absorb the retaliation. Now we should be able to finish them off pretty quickly. Shouldn't have done that. I think they can attack both stacks at once. I'm always a bit confused by it. I think it's if they attack diagonally, they can attack 2 stacks at once. If they attack horizontally, I think they can't always. I'm not sure about that though. In any case, we'll go for this. Get rid of those. As yeah, they can attack 2 at once, but that's fine of course because the vampires can just come straight back. Okay. I wish I could remember how many I went into the fight with. I'm just gonna go for these, yeah. There are quite a few dead there. Take this out. Get the Vampire Lord back. Wow, 76 skeletons still. I didn't think we had that many. Still, absolutely worth it. Tome of Earth Magic, very strong. Ring of Life, Thunder Helmet, Arms of Legion. All good artifacts. Let's have a think about this. So that's definitely worth having. Get rid of Sorrow. This is decent to have if we can give it to another hero. And plus 10 knowledge for the sake of minus 2 spell power, that's a no-brainer. And we should just be able to push on. Could potentially stop off, gather up a few more skeletons. I don't think we're going to need it, we've already done quite a lot of damage to Orange's strongest hero. So should just be able to finish them off once we reach them. Chana's going to pick up some more stats. I won't necessarily bring her into the game, but I think it's worth just building her up a little bit. Tamika's going to stay there. I don't think we need to do too much. It would be probably slightly more efficient to actually use those heroes a little bit more, but it would also take some time, so I don't think we'll bother. Okay, 40,000 gold. That most certainly should be spent, and the obvious place to be spending this is the Conflux town. So we're about to get attacked by, well, I don't think Tazar would have much luck there. We can build the pyre. So we'll get the pyre, we'll get a few psychic elementals, and I think that place should be pretty safe now. We'll see if someone else shows up. They might show up with a stronger force than that, but that's completely fine for now. This town is already pretty built up, I think. Yep. Okay, so I do have the option of the upgraded Portal of Glory here if I want to go for it, but I think it's going to be more useful just to kind of build up a bit of a defense pretty much everywhere. So let's get a few of these. Let's go for the Crusaders too, why not? And we'll dismiss this thing because he's just lowering our morale for no reason. This town, we are going to use it. Pretty much always do, so yeah, let's get a couple of things there. And I think that's fine. Because nothing else is threatening us too much. Green player potentially could cause some problems, but it's not coming for us just yet. Changes his mind about going for that. He's coming up to annoyingly steal our Crystal Cave. Crystal Cavern, whatever it's called. So I'm pretty sure that's Green's strongest hero, or this one is. Didn't move though, surprisingly. Orange I'm not worried about. He will have to come and attack us at some point if we take his main town. But at that point we can just build up. Should be very manageable. So this is right against the bottom of the map. I'm presuming there's going to be a town somewhere near here. I'm going to pick up the spell power, just because obviously we've got intelligence, we've got absolutely loads of spell points in general now, as we've found the main town of the orange player. It's not looking like a massively easy target, because we've only got the 107 spell points. I'm not sure that's going to be quite as nice as it looks. If we just take a look at who their strongest hero is, I assume it's Sorsha. No. Okay, so they've not brought her back yet. So in that case, I think we should just strike while the iron's hot, go in, take a few losses. That's not even so bad. But we'll see if we can reanimate a few of them. I think the Archangels will come out, which yes they do. Double hit slightly annoying, but that's fine, we're going to reanimate those anyway. You guys go for these just because you don't have to worry about retaliation. You guys can't actually kill those off. Don't think we'll be using these actually. Okay. First reanimate, we're going to bring these guys back. We're going to take these out. Should get the kill, I think. Yeah. Perfect. You guys defend. You guys go for these. Yeah, that's pretty much all fine. Okay, so Orange's hero isn't actually here. It's not over yet. In the absence of ranged units, I could potentially just go for the meteor shower. Take out a couple of those stacks. I think I will go for it on these guys. You guys are gonna wait. We're gonna go back. Defend. Okay, so they're focusing down the skeleton warriors, which is probably a good thing because we are going to bring all of those back. I'm going to take these out. Perfect. Okay, so we've taken their main town, but they do appear to have another town somewhere. It's going to be slightly awkward to defend as well. So we're going to park ourselves in there just for the one turn. We're going to check on how many towns they actually have. So purple and pink have no towns, orange and teal have one town each, and green either has 2 or 3 towns. But they're all looking pretty damaged. Might actually be okay just to wait out the turn, see what happens. Let's get logistics. Get the upgrade from here as well. Okay, that's going to pick up the mummies. Hand those over. Actually going to take them back just because they're actually going to slow her down, so there's no point doing that. I'm straight back. Okay, and I suppose there are a few other little things to be doing this turn, but it's all just micromanaging and stuff, so I think that's actually a fairly good place to round this off. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Do join me again when we will be hopefully seeing the final demise of the pink and purple players, and we still need to take on teal. I think they should be fairly manageable, but we've not actually fought teal yet. We need to finish off the orange player, and then we need to have a proper fight with green player, but yeah. Thanks for watching guys, I will see you next time.